Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy. This is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're planning for the week of June 6th in my horizontal planner. Now, I haven't done florals in quite a while. Well, it's about 3 or 4 weeks, and I want to break that tradition because I really want to use something in here. I really want to use these. I think these are so pretty, like so pretty. And then we're gonna pair them with some boxes from Mojo. These lighter purples, darker purples. And then we're going to pair them with, there's a green in here. Hold on, let me find it. This green is a pretty good match. Pretty good. Okay, so that's our game plan. That's our game plan, people. So let me find my wax paper, which is on my desk here somewhere. Although I'm not, there it is. Like, I know I have wax paper. Where's the wax paper? So let's get this out of the way. Oh, I also pulled out some washi. Pulled out this pack, because this purple matches really, really well. And then I think we're going to use some grid washi. That is our plan. So we're going to take this sheet out because in all likelihood, I will probably use most of it. This is one of my favorite books, I think. And I know you all know why it's one of my favorite books. I would have loved to have bought the whole collection, but it's a little expensive by the time you factor in the shipping and the exchange to Canadian. So we're just going to start by taking this backing off because these things drive me crazy and they make it very difficult to try and get stickers off of these sheets. See, look at the struggle is real, man. Just trying to get the backing off. You stay. There. Oh, that was like a workout in itself. So it's Friday, June 3rd, I think. Yeah, 3rd. Wow. Wow. It's June 3rd, people. It's crazy. I have no idea if this is going to work with this spread, but we're going to find out. So let me grab my tweezers because apparently even taking the backing off does not want me to get underneath these stickers. So how's it out there in party land? Okay, bear with me. It's early morning and my brain is not apparently joined us fully. So there's that. I don't know if this is going to work because they all face the same direction. Like they're all cut on the same. And I don't recall that the second sheet was any different. I think it's literally just a duplicate. I folded under the sticker. There we go. It helps if I take the pages off the discs, right? So let's do that. Because that one would have to like come in from that side unless I put them upside down, which I can do. It doesn't look odd. So that's what I mainly wanted to check, is that it wasn't going to look odd if I put these upside down. And I'm not the only one that struggles with getting these stickers off of these backings. I have seen it in other people's videos. So that made me feel a little bit better because I was like, is it just me? Am I inept? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But oh, okay, so let's start with those pieces. Now let's go in and grab some boxes. So as I mentioned, it's Friday, June 3rd, and I don't know, this will go live on Saturday. So if you've not seen Stephanie at Squared Plan's video from today, her horizontal, you need to watch it. It is amazing. She knocked it. I mean, she's super, super creative to begin with. So creative. But, you know, she's got an art and design background too, which kind of helps. But knocked it out of the park this morning. Out of the park with the layout she did. She used some washi, like some grid, not grid. It looks like wood. And it's like a wall washi she picked up at Daiso. And she made trees and then put little cute animals because that's one set I don't have from the Washi Tape shop. And I was eyeballing it before and I'm like, well, you know, I don't know that I want to put this green in here. I'm not sure. Back to my story before I, you know, cut myself off. So she put this, I don't know, we'll pull out a few to see how I feel about it. She had, of course, the page I want is, this is going to be the one that matches and this is going to be the different page. No, that one's not it. One of these pages in every set is always different. But anyways, she made wood, she made trees out of this wood washi. And it looks awesome. Like, it's impressive. Like, very impressive. I absolutely adore it. Like, I think it's probably one of my favorite spreads from her. And like I said, she's super creative to begin with, but she's like a graphic designer, I believe, in her other life. So it kind of makes sense. We don't have any corner pieces with these ones, eh? No, we don't. So we're going to have to improvise. I need some white out because we're going to go white there. Because I think we're going to come in like so. Ooh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. So in an update, I'm working on content for the other channel. I think we're going to focus on some nutrition stuff for a bit over there. And then we will move into some general health and some fitness type stuff. Because based on feedback from a lot of you, and because I've been listening, you guys, when we talk in the comments about, you know, health and wellness, I'm paying attention. I always pay attention because you guys are the people I create content for. Therefore, it's important that I'm creating content that you are interested in, but more importantly, the content that's going to help you live a better life. And when we get into this age group that we're in, life becomes a lot different than it was when we were in our youth. I'm going to get rid of this line. It probably would have been better to do this from the beginning instead of trying to fight with the Uniball. Yeah, so I mean, we need to, okay, I need a guide here. Hold on, let's make myself a little bit of a guide. And then I can come in here like this. So yeah, I'm going to create content based on the stuff that we've been talking about in the comments over the last several months. Yeah, I pay attention. And a lot of us in this cycle of menopause are going through very similar things in different ways. So like some of us have had some weight gain out of nowhere. Some of us are lethargic and exhausted. Some of us are dealing with aches and pains that are similar to arthritis out of nowhere, right? The hormonal changes we go through are just crazy when our estrogen levels drop. Okay, because we've done up that, I think we're going to go lower today with our boxes because I want to try and balance this out a bit. So let's get this down straight on that line. And then I think we're going to come in here like so. Perfect. Okay, so I've got something done on that side. Let's go over to the other side and see this nice big piece. I'll get back to the health conversation in 2 seconds. Just hold on. I am capable of carrying on more than one subject at a time. And I think we're going to slide this down into this corner. Yeah, I kind of dig that. All right, so these are not as big as the gray lines. So we're just going to simply use the Uniball. What was I saying? Oh yeah, hormone changes. Like between hectic hormones, man, that's what I call them. Because between hot flashes and lethargy and insomnia combined with weight gain and fighting the battle of the bulge in the middle, you know, and I'm not a diet supporter. I'm not one that preaches one specific thing. I prefer more to look at health and wellness in individual people because what works for one is not going to work for another. Because again, we all like snowflakes, people. We're all going through the same thing, but in different ways. And we must be treated and acknowledged as such. I really didn't let that dry before I started laying that down. So I need to give that a little bit more of a touch up. Very good. Okay, so we'll leave that guy for a sec and figure out what we're going to do with boxes on the other side. And I think because we went there on that one, we're going to come up. Do I want to go this way? Let me get this wax paper back here for a second so I can play around a bit. Because these are especially sticky today. Because we could go like that. But see, that takes up most of my writing room. So we'd have to bring it down. Or do we go this way and mirror it, literally symmetrical? Well, except for that would have to go like that. I think I'm going to keep it with symmetry. I do like symmetry. That is one thing I will say. I kind of like my symmetry. So in order to not really take up all of the writing room in here, let's bring it down to this. Okay, you can come off of there for a second. So yeah, anyways, that's what I'm working on. So I think we're going to start out with sugar because sugar is a tough one. It causes a lot of inflammation, and unfortunately, we don't really realize how much sugar we are actually consuming, because the sad reality is food manufacturers figured out a long time ago how incredibly addictive sugar is and how it works with the dopamine receptors. So there's sugar in everything. Like there's naturally occurring sugars, and that's not what I'm talking about. But for example, they'll add sugar to milk just to make it a little bit more, sweet, right? They'll add sugar to bread. On its own, bread itself is, I kind of think I like this down here. On its own, bread itself is a higher density carb. So it's, it processes fast in the body is basically what that means. I need an X-Acto knife. And then they add sugar to it. People from other parts of the world, like Australia, come here, and they can't stand our bread because it's ridiculously sweet in North America. Because I've got Australian friends, and they're like, I can't stand the bread here in Canada or the US. I'm like, yeah, because they put sugar in it. They don't put sugar in their bread in Australia. And I don't think the UK does either. And other parts in Europe. So we're just going to lift this up and lift that up. Oops, that didn't quite work. Let's sneaky. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Cute. It's funny, I can see the gray line through it. Well, that's annoying. Oh my God. All right, hold on. Let's go back to the drawing board here. I'm going to do this in 2 stages because I don't want to lay this in again. We're just going to Tombow. I cannot run the Tombow straight for the life of me today. I'm just going to run that along like that. And then we will lay you back out on your home, in your home, go home. And then we're going to pick this up and have to fight to get it underneath again. You watch, but I just want to cover this. I just want to cover this up so it's not showing through my stickers and my washi. Yeah, so anyways, we consume a lot of sugar, and naturally occurring sugars is cool, but it's the added sugars that are bad in the body. And, people think that things like, actually, let's white that line out before I lay down the washi. People think that going, sugar-free and fat-free is a good thing. No. Because fat-free in particular, fat is what gives products flavor. And fat is not what makes us fat. Sugar is what makes us fat. And there's a whole bunch of science that goes behind what happens in the body there. But suffice to say, and I will explain that in one of the videos coming up on the other channel, the short form answer to that is when there is sugar in the body, it spikes insulin into the bloodstream. When there is insulin in the bloodstream, your fat burning doors close, like pulling, ketones and whatnot. And I know ketones and keto and all that's a whole craze and a fad, but there is some science behind it as well. It's just being marketed quite differently than, that's a whole other conversation. I won't derail myself from that right now. Anyways, we'll have that conversation at another date. But when there's sugar in the body and insulin in the blood, your fat burning doors close. So if you have a diet, and diet I'm using as your nutrition, not diet, and you have constant influxes of sugar and your sugar is always high in your body, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. You're not going to be able to burn any of that fat off. That's the short form answer without getting into the science and stuff too much. I like this. Okay, let's go back to our stickers. But yeah, I really want to bring this in somehow over here. Maybe down here. Ooh, but that'll cover up Sunday unless I can work it. Ooh, I could work it in like that. I kind of like that. Like I said, going in here, I had no plan today at all. I just knew I really wanted to use these purples. It's also my anniversary this week. Or, well, this week. I'm filming this on Friday, but my anniversary is on Wednesday the 8th. So I really wanted to try and get at least one floral spread in. But let's see if we can get this lined up. And this coming in kind of across, just a tiny bit. I want it to sort of look, that won't punch well. So let's move this up a tiny bit. You're kind of looking at what's going to punch, because depending on how much is in and across the mushroom hole will make it whether it will work when it's punched or not. So if we come in like that, then I won't lose any of the branch, but it'll still look like it's, I want it to look like it's coming across the page like that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this placement just the right way so it still looks pretty. So it still looks pretty. Ooh, that could work. That could work. All right, so now do I do it this way? Sure, let's live dangerously. I don't like doing things like this because I always end up, and you know what, I'm not going to use the ruler. I'm going to get my scissors. I'm not going to risk it. Anytime I try and cut with the X-Acto knife, I seem to mess it up. So I always have better luck with just, except for there, using the scissors very carefully to cut these guys apart. All right, and then we'll take that little bit of washi off, but we're going to keep him because you never know, we might need him again. Now I've got some lines I want to cover up on both sides. So let's just lift this guy up, who just literally ripped a bit of my page ever so slightly. It's not a huge deal because I don't think I de-stuck him before I put him down, did I? I did not. So in that case, I'm going to have to see if I can scratch that bit off because that's where that line's going to show through and I don't want it to show through. Okay, so we're good now. Let's just white this out. So one thing that's annoying about this planner is that there's stuff on the spine, but at least it's fairly minimal. I wish it had nothing. Like nothing. Stop putting stuff on my spines. Stop putting stuff on my planners. Just leave it blank. Let me do it. Let me do it if I want to do it. Gonna get rid of a little bit of that. Okay, so let's flatten that guy out. And then flatten this guy out and get rid of the bubbles. And then we're going to get the crocodile because inevitably if I don't do it right now, I will forget. And the crocodile is this amazing tool that punches pretty much everything. It's a little more difficult on these, you know, flimsier pages, but it is awesome. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, now we are punched. Coolio. Where's my lid for my my signal? Because it has a little bit of a freak out if I don't put the lid back on. Why do you look like you're bubbled? Oh, I think you took some of my hair with you, but I didn't do that. Or are you just crinkled? Hang on. We got a technical issue here. Not a technical issue. My sticker is wrinkled. I don't know if it happened when I laid it down. There. All better. Okay, so we've got that. We've still got this one, which I could bring in down here. It's leaving me a ton of room to write on Thursday. But you know what? It's pretty. It's pretty. Or do I go back and look because we have a smaller one of those, which might also work. So let's grab this guy and have a look and see how much room he takes up. He doesn't really take up a ton of room, but he's also, ooh, because I was going to use some of these. I mean, that's another idea, is we could pull in this guy instead of like a branch and just put that down there like that. Let's see, shall we? Let me see. I'm going to take it right to the edge of the page. Be kind of like that. Or do we put that one up here? And then put something else down in this corner, because we do have this pretty thing. Let's de-stick it a bit before we go playing with it too much. And I curled the sticker on itself, even though sometimes they're just impossible to get off the stupid sheet. Okay, so if we could put this one down in this corner like that. Ooh, I kind of like it. And it doesn't take up a ton of room, but then we don't really have any other box. I could put, I don't know that I want to put in more boxes though, because we're really, I don't know. Let's give those a break for a second, and let's go find my washi. My watch is telling me it's 8:30, so I'm going to turn off my watch in a second because it's buzzing at me. Go on. Let's see what it looks like if we just put in like some washi. That helps. Do we want to rip the washi? Let's rip the washi. Okay, or not. Sometimes it rips so well and others not so much. Like that is a terrible rip, but it will give me an idea on whether I like it or not. Okay, well that was garbage. I don't like it. So let's put that washi back on there. Maybe we're meant to go straight washi today, no rip. Maybe that's why it didn't want to rip on me, is because it was like, no, we don't want to rip. We want to stay straight today. Like that. It's not really straight though. Or is it? I think it is. No, it's not. It looks straight, but it's not straight. Oh, okay. Well, it's staying where it is because it's literally just ripped the box. So that's a done deal. Okay, so I need to white out in these corners. And then I think we're almost done, you guys. We are almost there. So let me just make myself a guide. And make myself a guide here. All right, so let's, yeah, so anyways, back to my conversation about health. Anyways, yeah, so I think we're going to focus on sugar for a little while, and I will give you guys a whole bunch of information on sugar that's relative to where we are at our points in our lives. More so because of the inflammatory, not the possibilities, because it's not possibilities, it is. The inflammation sugar causes overall. We'll go through all of that in some content as well, so you have a better understanding. I'm not saying people shouldn't eat sugar. I mean, heck, I got a jube problem that I'm working my way through because, again, my hormones are like, we want sweets. So I'm trying to do less sugar myself this month. I think that's why I came up with the idea, because I'm trying to literally detox myself from sugar. Not totally. Like, I'm not a person for saying I can't have something. Like, that's not how I roll. If I want something, I eat it. I just am careful how often I eat it and the amount I eat. Because, yeah, I'm not a whole, ooh, you can't eat certain foods. Yeah, you can. I do. I am not for dietary restrictions. Unless it's a health thing, like you have serious health complications and you need to avoid something, that's a different ball of wax. But just for us average everyday folk, this is why I don't like diets, because they tell you, oh, you can't have that. They also put this mentality into our brains that we have good food and bad food, and the languaging that surrounds the diet industry really bothers me. And those of you who have been around for a while and have listened to my little chitter chatter on about women's health and wellness know I'm all for changing the way we talk about health and wellness and food. I love this, you guys. I do. I love it. It's really simple, but it's really pretty too. I'm so happy I decided to pull these out today and use them. Let's grab the planner. Oops, I'm knocking my water bottle over. Put it back on the discs. And let's see what it looks like. And I'm happy I didn't go with the green boxes. Oh, did I miss a... See, I missed a punch. Where did I miss a punch? Oh, it's ever so slight. That's why it's at the very edge of... Do I even need to pull this out? No, I probably don't. I just need to cut. There. Okay, now it'll go onto the planner discs. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, those of you that have been around for a while know when I'm talking about health and wellness, I prefer everything with a positive spin, right? Okay, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as a part of our community. And drop us a comment down below and let us know if you're new so we can formally welcome you. That's all, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Ciao!